Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we're going to have Neil. Neil is from England in the UK. So let's see what Neil has to say. Enjoy the interview. So hello Neil, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Very well. My God, I love your t-shirt.
A bit of a Superman.
Oh, tell me, how's your day going so far?
Yeah, all good. Been down the gym. As we had a bit of a clean up around the house.
Okay.
Done the shopping, all the sort of boring stuff today. How about
Tell
you?
me. It's been good actually. I love those days when it's not too cold, not too warm. It's kind of the middle. So I like
Yeah,
those days.
nice,
Tell
nice.
me, what has been the highlight of your week so far?
Whole of the week. I've managed to spend some time with some lovely people, and I've been doing a lot of training down the gym, and I've been hitting a lot of good numbers down the gym. So I'm happy with my training at the moment. Really happy with that.
Amazing. Very
Yeah,
focused.
yeah.
Tell me where you're from, Neil.
Say that again. Sorry.
Tell me where you're from.
I'm from Eastbourne, down on the south coast of England. Just a little. Most people don't know Eastbourne, but it's just a little way from Brighton. Most people know where that is.
Ah, okay, so close to Brighton.
Yeah, about half an hour away from Brighton.
I see. And that's the place when you were born and raised?
Yeah, born and raised in Eastbourne. Yeah, been here my whole life.
So tell me, what was the best part of growing up Eastbourne?
I don't know. Once you've lived somewhere for a long time, it's all quite samey, isn't it? But yeah, it's just home now.
And you're
Yeah,
close to the beach as well or not?
yeah, about 5 minutes from the beach.
My God, very lucky.
Yeah, lucky we got the beach about 5 minutes away. Got the South Downs about 5 minutes the other direction. So
Right.
quite lucky here.
Amazing. And what
Yeah.
do you do for work, for living?
I'm a paramedic.
Oh my God, amazing. So tell
Yeah.
me a little bit about your career, how everything started.
Yeah, I've started about 19 years ago. I've been in the ambulance service. Started off in patient transport. I worked my way up as a technician and then onto paramedic. I've done
Wow.
various roles. So I've done the heart team. Not many people have heard of the heart team, which is a hazardous area response team. So
Okay.
I was in that for a little while. So I responded to the Novichok incident at Salisbury. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I was one of the paramedics. I went to that. So I've done quite a few sort of major incidents and things like that within the ambulance service, and yeah, so I've done a few different roles, seen lots of different things.
I'm sure. My God, I'm sure you have a lot of stories to tell for sure.
Yeah,
Amazing. We're gonna put the magic balls here on the side. I found it now. Okay, Neil. So during the interview, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your life and also
yeah,
about your journey so far. Okay.
yeah.
So before we start our journey within the magic box, I would like you to tell me something interesting about yourself, or maybe something that not many people know about you.
Um, so I've competed at lots of different things. I'm a black belt in Taekwondo. I've been to 2 world championships.
Oh wow.
I've competed in motorbike racing.
Mm-hmm.
Road racing, so I've been around Brands Hatch and stuff like that, motorbike racing, and now I compete in powerlifting. And I won, I think it was 2 years ago now, I won the ABPU world title. So
My
yeah,
God. Wow. And how
yeah.
those opportunities came along? You just went for it, or there was a suggestion from friends? How did it work for you?
The powerlifting, so that is the gym I go to in Eastbourne. We're really lucky down there. It's kind of a powerlifting gym. We got some big names down there. I get coached by Delroy McQueen, who's one of the best deadlifters. He's brilliant. And I think
Oh,
because our gym's got so many brilliant powerlifters, it was also like a natural progression to go in, give it a try, and yeah, it's a good
how
fun.
often do you go? How often do you go to the gym?
I only train 4 times a week, which
Wow.
surprises some people, but I'm there for about 2 hours each time. But yeah, four days a week.
And usually do you train like in the morning or in the evening or in the afternoon? How does it work for
All
you?
different. So sometimes I do the morning. If I'm off work, I'll go down there after the school run, things like that. Otherwise, I'm down there about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. Just
I
blast out
see.
the session. Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
Neil, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Amazing. Welcome to William in the Magic Box. So I have him my best friend. From the fun questions, okay? I'm just gonna play a song just for us to relax before the first question, okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Right, so before I start the game, during the join, if it comes up a question that you don't want to answer, don't want to talk about, always can change, okay?
Yeah, cool.
Right, so first question for you is, tell me something funny that happened to you that you couldn't stop laughing.
Mostly because we're as paramedics, we've got a very dark sense of humour. So some of the things that might make me laugh probably shouldn't be aired on on social media. So there'd be lots of dark humour things that will make me laugh, things like that. And yeah, my colleagues will understand that. But I can't think off the top of my head that anything that's triggered me off laughing. I mean, I watch a lot of the YouTube and TikToky type things where you see the funny things, and yeah, I like all that. There's some good ones going around at the moment where I don't know if you've seen them, where the guy comes up and it's like he'll be doing his own little post, and then people in the comments say things, and then the guy starts singing all the comments. Yeah, brilliant.
I didn't see that. I didn't see this one.
Oh yeah, I'll send you a link to them later. They're brilliant.
That's amazing. Actually, a great idea. That actually, I love that. I love this. Imagine how amazing. It must be funny as well to watch it.
Yeah, they're good fun.
Working as a paramedic, I believe that you work shifts as well. There are different shifts. How does work for you?
That's quite difficult to shift work because like you're going from days to nights, back to days, and it's 12-hour shifts, so it can be quite brutal.
I see.
When I first started, it was quite nice because you do maybe a couple of hours, you might get a little bit downtime, then you do another job, get a little bit downtime. Now it's just absolutely non-stop.
Wow.
Yeah, as soon as you start the shift, you don't stop at all. You get half-hour break, and that's all you get, half an hour break. So,
and usually you are like based in one place only, or you can go different places, depending the situation?
Yeah, so we work Sussex, Surrey and Kent. So we're based out of one ambulance station, but you can get dragged to different areas as well if the cover's low in certain areas. So yeah, have been all over the place. Yeah.
Wow. I'm sure the time just flies very quick, I'm sure.
Sometimes, but it's not always drama and, big accidents. A lot of the time it's social care, getting a lot of people that are regular callers, things like that. So it's not all, drama and things like that. So yeah, sometimes it can be a long shift.
I see. Yeah. Okay. Next question. Let's do it. Do you like dancing, Neil?
Yeah, I don't mind a bit of dancing, actually, yeah. I'll get down dancing, yeah. Dance in the kitchen mainly now, though. Too old to go clubbing.
Next question is, if you had only 24 hours of life, what would you do?
If I only had 24 hours left to live?
Yeah, what would you do?
That's a difficult one, isn't it? Probably just spend it with the people that mean the most to me. So yeah, children, special people in my life. Yeah, try and find something nice to do. Maybe go out into nature. Yeah, I spend a lot of time on the downs here. I take my dog for a walk, things like that. So I'd probably just go and spend a bit of time doing that sort of stuff.
Do you have kids as well?
Yeah, I got 3 children. Yeah.
3 children, wow.
Yeah, got twins and then another boy as well.
Wow, the twins, they're identical or?
No, I got a boy and a girl.
A boy and a girl. Okay. Yeah. So tell me, what's the biggest joy of being a dad?
I love it. Every time we do something, I love doing it with them. So like they started doing roller hockey, a bit like ice hockey. I go along and watch it, but I've started doing roller hockey as well. I get involved with everything they do, so I love it. Yeah, my daughter's into horses, so I started riding as well with her. Yeah, so I'm like a big kid.
Wow.
I can't sit back and watch them having fun. I've got to have fun as well.
Of course. Yeah. And so far, what's the most meaningful lesson you've learned from your kids?
I think one of the biggest things I've learned, I've been through a bit of a rough time going through divorce and things like that. One of the biggest things I probably learned is that nothing is forever. Nothing lasts forever. Whether that's a
Wow.
good thing or a bad thing, nothing will last forever. So cherish the good times and don't worry too much about the bad times because nothing lasts forever.
Wow. It's so interesting how we learn with kids. You know what I mean? We said sometimes we're an adult, we understand a lot about life, about things, but sometimes when you just learn some lesson through our kids or from kids around us, that's how I see as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, and I think don't take life too seriously. Have fun. You know,
That's true.
people think you're being silly, but as long as you're having fun, who cares?
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when you are silly and fun, it's just a different way of, even though when you are facing tough times, you just see in a
Yeah.
different way.
Try and find the good in it. Yeah, yeah,
Totally.
definitely.
Next question. Let's do it. Yeah, you can always dance with me. Before the next question, Neil, of course, we got connected through TikTok, through social media, yeah? My
Yeah.
question for you is, tell me what's about your page? What's the message that you'd like to spread around when people, they visit your page on TikTok? What's the idea behind?
So I do a lot of gym stuff at the moment. A
Hmm.
lot of it is to track my own personal journey, so I can look back and I can see what numbers I've hit, things like that. But I try and have as much fun as I can in the videos. Try and do a little bit of editing. I quite enjoy doing it as well. And I'm sort of going down the route of looking into doing a little bit of personal training as well. So
Hmm.
build up a little bit of social media presence, and then hopefully push out and try and help other people.
Amazing. And so the main thing was about, I was checking your profile and I could see you have a lot of videos about your workout, about gym. And
Yeah.
when the idea came along for you to start your page?
Oh, I don't know. I've probably been doing it for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years now. So,
Okay.
yeah, I think I mainly started because the kids started doing TikTok, and it was a race to see who could do a live first.
Oh, I
And
see. I
who
love
could
that.
get the most followers, and yeah, I won.
That's amazing. Oh,
Yeah,
wow. That's great. And the
yeah,
people who follow your page, they're like people all over the world or people from our England.
yeah. I think yeah, I think it started off mainly with people I know that I've sort of asked to follow me, and now, yeah, once you start learning about the algorithms, how to do the hashtag, because it's a minefield, isn't it? But now I
Yeah,
think anyone who's sort of interested in the gym, yeah, things like that.
amazing. Hey, next question is, what's the best compliment have you ever received?
Best compliment, probably being told I'm appreciated and needed.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that means something special, especially to a man. Sometimes you go through depression and things like that when things aren't
Yeah.
going your way, but to actually find someone who then says, actually, you are appreciated, you are needed, that means a lot.
What's the biggest joy of being new? What do you like the most about being you?
I think I am quite a competitive person. Um, I'm going through testing for ADHD and things like that, which is probably why I'm quite competitive. But I like
Hmm.
winning. I like going as far as I can, usually with sports. So when I've just, maybe the gym, I'll push it until I can get a title or until I can achieve something in it. So yeah, probably my competitive streak.
Wow. And you always been this way?
Yeah, yeah. Since I was little, I was doing taekwondo since I was 10. Went to 2 world championships. I got most of the titles in this country.
Am-
I've done a bit of boxing, done a bit of kickboxing, motorbike racing. The list goes on and on. So yeah, I've done lots of different things.
That's amazing, Neil. And martial arts, all those activities that you've been through, like growing up. Did you have the support of your family about that?
Yeah, massive, massive support from my family. Still do. Mum and dad are really supportive. My brother as well. He lives in Australia, but yeah, everyone's really supportive. My dad used to drive me around the country to competitions, motorbike
Wow.
racing. He used to do the mechanics on my motorbike. So yeah, they've always supported me, always been there. But, yeah,
Wow. I think such a great opportunity to have our parents or family, supporting us. You feel safe. You
yeah,
feel it. You just can go for it because you have,
yeah,
them around you. That's amazing.
yeah. Yeah. And it doesn't matter how, in their eyes, it doesn't matter if you win or lose. They're just there to support, aren't they? So,
Totally.
yeah.
And which person in your family, besides your kids, which person you feel more close to, more connected with?
Um, don't know. Really. I'll probably connected to all my family quite in different ways, but all sort of in quite a similar way. But yeah, I'll go to my mum for different things, but I'll speak to my dad about different things, and my brother will help me with different areas. But my children, I'm close with all of my children as well. They'll come to me and they'll tell me their deepest, darkest secrets. They're good trust levels. So yeah.
Wow. So let's see that your family, all of them, they are watching this interview right now, and you have a moment, an opportunity to send them a message. What would you say? They are watching.
Just that Daddy loves you. He's always going to love you. Always going to have your back. Doesn't matter what you do in life. They already know that they can tell me anything. I'm not going to be angry. I'm just going to support them.
Oh, that's sweet. Great dads, for sure. Next question, let's do it. And a good answer as well. Right, talking about family, what is the most memorable lesson you've learned from your parents?
Most memorable lesson. Probably just to be a close family and supportive. They've always been there for me. Doesn't matter what I've done wrong in the past. If I've made mistakes, they'll never judge me. They'll never disown me. And it's that feeling of safety, and that's what I want to give to my children as well. Make sure they know they're loved and they're safe. So yeah, probably that sort of family connection that's been given to me.
What's the meaning of life for you, Neil?
What's that? Sorry.
The meaning of life. When you think about life, what's the meaning?
I think it's just to have lots of different experiences. You're going to have some bad experiences, some really bad experiences, and it's not, about that so much. It's about what you can learn from that experience. The good times, it's also about having good experiences and taking things away from that as well and learning. So you're either having a good time or you're learning from past mistakes, things like that. So massive experiences and just enjoying yourself.
Tell me, so far in your life, what's the most memorable lesson or something that life taught you that for you went like, okay, that's something that I'm always going to take, something, a lesson or something that life show you somehow?
I think I put myself into a lot of situations which a lot of other people might not do because it's quite scary or fearful, and it's easier to not do it. I'll force myself into some situations, and I'll try and, it's impossible to conquer fear, but to try and understand fear and use that to your benefit. And I'll try and teach that to my children as well. Like when you go into a competition, you get that sort of feeling in your body, like you feel like you're weak. Well, I explain that to them. I explain about how the adrenaline's kicking off, and actually that fear is preparing your body for something that's about to come. So it's a good thing. You want to change your thought pattern on these types of things. So it's about changing your mindset a little bit. So I try and teach them that as well.
I love that, Neil. I love that, and I totally agree with you. I think when you're gonna do something in your life, and if you don't have this fear, if you don't have those butterflies in your tummy, trust me, I even got goosebumps now saying that, because it's so true. When you're gonna do something in your life and you have those fears, and it's a good sign you are going to the right path. Because if you're gonna do something, you're not gonna feel anything, what's the point? You know what I mean?
And people think that, oh, you're not scared of anything. Everyone gets scared, but it's just about making sure you do that thing. You go through with it, even though you're scared. You still go and do it. So yeah.
Do you see that your kids, they're gonna follow your path as a very sports person as well?
Yeah, well, they all do hockey now. My daughter rides horses. Yeah, they're all quite sporty, and they've got to that point as well where they push themselves and put themselves into situations which are clearly scary for a lot of people. Even just going into a roller hockey match, it's scary. There's other people there that want to barge you out of the way, and it's an aggressive game, but they push themselves into it and they'll do it. So, yeah.
Wow, amazing. Next question, let's do it.
Yeah, let's go.
It's funny you're talking about sports. This morning, I was talking, my best friend, he lives in Canada. and his son, my godson, he's 5 years old, and I was talking to him this morning, and he was going to the class, to jiu-jitsu class with my godson. I was like, oh my God, that's such a great idea. Yes, take him, you know what I mean, the sports like jiu-jitsu. It's very good for you to, to know about balance, and, it's physical, but it's great. It's 5 years old. So I said, okay, I was so happy when he told me that. I think it's sports for kids is the best way for them to, to start their lives and understand more about themselves as well. It's a good way for discipline, and you know very well. So I think great thing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Next question is, what does happiness mean to you?
Happiness. Happiness is, I guess it's just a feeling inside, and it's finding out what creates that happiness. So certain people in your life that are supportive, certain people that just make you feel a certain way. Safety, making sure you feel safe, protected, all those types of things, making sure you feel loved as well. Like, we all need that, and it's where you find it, where you're looking for it, and
Do you believe that happiness is a choice?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think, like I said earlier, about changing mindset. Things can be going bad for you, but if you change your mindset and think, actually, this is really rubbish right now, but this is going to teach me a really big lesson, and then you can sort of see the other side of it. So yeah, I do think happiness is probably a mindset. I think you can change. Like, if you're feeling depressed or sad, if you make yourself smile, you can't be upset anymore. I don't know if you've ever tried that, but if you just put a smile on, a fake smile, it will naturally make you feel better. So yeah, it is a choice.
I read once, peace starts with a smile. And if you want to change your life, do something very simple. Every morning, when you look in the mirror, smile to yourself. And trust me, it will change your life. I know it's very simple and silly, but it gives a big impact, because you are proving to yourself that you can do it. You can smile, you can change your mindset. That's
activates all the muscles, the memories, and then you start feeling better already. So yeah, simple little thing. But yeah, it does work.
Amazing. 3 questions left. Let's do it. Before the next question, you tell me, what's the biggest joy of being a paramedic? What do you like the most about your career? And the flip side, what do you find most challenging about your career?
I'm getting a bit older now, so I find it hard to do the nights and the weekends. I really struggle trying to get my body clock to switch from nights to days back again. I really struggle with that. I think back in the day, paramedics were respected a lot more than they are now. So you get a lot more abuse as a paramedic. I don't think people respect paramedics and what they are trying to do as much as they used to. And it can get a bit sort of nitty gritty at times. Best thing is probably when you have helped someone, when you have saved someone. And recently I helped someone after a car crash, a young child, and their family come and gave me lots of pictures, and they were updating me. So it was lovely to see that he actually come out of hospital, and because we were sort of touch and go, thinking, I'm not sure how well he's going to do after this, but it was lovely for them to come and actually give us some, because as paramedics, you don't always find out the end result. You take them to hospital or you leave them there, and because of confidentiality and things like this, we can't find out what's happened to them. So it is nice when you hear back from patients, and if you get someone out of a cardiac arrest and then they want to come and meet you, it's lovely to actually see that side of things. Yeah.
That's amazing, Neil. That's amazing. Tell me something now. Just came to my mind, a curiosity. Of course, dealing with those situations when, can be a bit, difficult to face it and to deal with. I'm sure, my God, paramedics, they deal with a lot. They see a lot of things that sometimes, I don't know if everyone would be not ready to see that or to deal with the situation. For you, how do you deal with, for example, you see something very drastically that happens, something that's, somehow it's difficult, it's your job, you need to somehow deal with. How do you find a way to not to take this thing to your personal life, to kind of block, you know what I mean? To not to, you know what I mean? To carry your life.
Most of the people in the ambulance service are probably built a little bit differently. Just doesn't affect most people. I mean, I'm sure there are people that do get affected, but with the ADHD sort of diagnosis I'm going through, I think that helps people like us deal with stressful situations and not really feel that stress levels. And to me, when I see something quite gruesome, something that might make other people feel a bit sick or a bit, they can't talk about it, that seems bizarre to me, that they can't think about that or talk about that or even see that, because it means nothing at all to me. It doesn't bother me at all. So yeah, they feel weird to me that they can't do that job. Because to me, I think anyone could do this job. You know, it's sort of a flip side, isn't it?
I think somehow we're prepared already. Mentally, we're prepared for that, I believe.
Yeah,
Some people
I mean, it must have a toll, because especially after COVID and things like that, there was a lot of people that all started going on to mental health medications and things like that. So it does have an impact. But I mean, the ambulance service helped quite a bit. At our local station, we've got our own mental health nurse. We all talk to each other. We all have friends in the ambulance service. So if you have been to something quite nasty, like a paediatric arrest or a baby that's gone into cardiac arrest, things like that, then you can talk to your friends and colleagues, and yeah, we all sort of know what each other are going through. So yeah,
that's amazing. Great,
yeah.
Cool. Next question is: what did you think was the most challenging part of being a kid?
Challenging part, probably school. I hated school. I think I came away with 1C. I failed absolutely everything. I just couldn't. I hated it from day one. Just wasn't for me. Again, this ADHD thing, if that is what I've got, then that's why I obviously didn't do very well. But it wasn't one of the things back then, was it? But when I wanted to do so, when I knew I wanted to become a paramedic, I passed everything first time. I've got a distinction in my paramedic thing. So it just shows you can do things if you want to do it. But if you're being forced to do something which you really don't want to do, and I just think schools don't work anymore. It's just such an old tradition, or such an old way of doing things. I think we should be changing the school system drastically. It just doesn't work for people.
Wow. Saying that, if you could choose a new school subject, something to teach nowadays in school, what would be something new, something that for you would help children to see life in a different way?
I think what school should be, you go in, you start the first little bit so everyone learns to read, write, all the basic skills you need, then give the children all the different subjects, all the different things that they could possibly do as a job. Are they creative? Are they really good with, computers? And then let them choose where they want to take that skill. Because all you're doing is making worker drones at the moment, whereas you could be making these people that are fantastic mechanics, take them off down that route if that's where they want to go. They'd want to be there. They'd be amazing at it, and imagine how brilliant they'd be at the end of that experience. So yeah, I think that should be done.
It's interesting about the HD because I grew up in the 80s, the 90s. We never heard about this word before.
No, you were just put in the naughty group. You were in the naughty group. Yeah,
yes,
I was in there too.
Yes. I had an interview here with a lovely man from the US, and he said to me, he said exactly the same as you. He said, William, when I was at school, the only thing I was doing was this. I was moving around. I could stay still.
Yeah.
And they were punishing me because they thought I was the naughty boy.
Yeah.
But I couldn't stay still. I had too much energy, and I was like this. I was literally like this on the school. And it's funny. And he said, if this DHG was well known before, if people had this approach that we have now, I think all of us, you know what I mean, we will be in a different mindset now, because we are just proactive. We had a lot happening at the same time in our body, in our imagination.
A lot of things going on in your head.
It's great. Anyway, I think nowadays children are more prepared somehow. They have more support regarding that.
A bit more understanding on the whole thing, isn't it? A bit more understanding. So yeah.
2 questions left. Let's do it. Next question for you is: where is the most exotic place you've ever been?
Exotic place. As a paramedic, I used to go and bring patients home from different places abroad where they got sick, and I used to escort them home. So I've been to quite a few different places. I've been to Dubai, I've been to Australia, been to Italy. I've been pretty much everywhere. So probably the best. My brother lives in Australia. I really like Australia, so I think that's probably one at the top of my list. Yeah. So
tell me a little bit about that. So being a paramedic, so tell me a little bit. You can travel as well, depending on the situation.
Yeah. So you can just work for a repatriation service. You go abroad, you meet the patient, check them over, make sure they're fit to fly home. use your skills, use your medications, make sure they get home safely, and then either get them to a hospital in this country, book them into a ward or wherever they need to go. So yeah, there's quite a few lot of different roles now as a paramedic. It used to be just drive the ambulance, take to the hospital. Now there's quite a few roles, you know, with paramedics in doctor surgeries and things like that now. So there's quite a few different roles you can go into. It's not just your ambulances now.
Interesting. Wow, just made my day. Now I learned something new. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Amazing. Last question. Ready?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Last one. That's funny. Before the last question, Neil, through your career, tell me a moment or a situation that you're never gonna forget. Something that happened to you. Of course, if you can share something that you know you can share here that you're never gonna forget. Something maybe sad or something maybe happy, or something that's in your career always gonna have a special place in your heart for some reason.
I've got lots of sad ones, but I don't want to bring your podcast down.
Something very that you can explain in a way that's gonna be,
I mean, I've been to lots of really sad situations, and I've heard family members, brothers and sisters screaming in agony, and that pain in their voices or the pain in them screams, that'll live with me forever. Wow. And you can picture it like it is yesterday, if someone's there and just lost a child or something, you'll never forget the noises they make. It's so sad. But on the flip side, I remember going round to a lady, and she used to call up every morning. She used to press a little button, and she used to do it every morning. And rather than us sort of complaining and saying, this lady presses her button, she just wants us to go, she was so lonely. And it almost became part of our little team. We all worked on a car. We all knew about this little lady, and we'd all go round. We wouldn't tell the management, because actually we went round, we had a little chat, we made her a cup of tea. She was so appreciative every day, just that we'd come round, made sure she was safe, made sure she had someone to chat to for a half hour, an hour. And then it was almost like, we'll see you tomorrow. She loved it. She loved it every day. She loved it. So that was nice. Well, I mean, it's not part of our job, but it was nice to go and make someone's life a little bit better.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Love it. Okay, tough question. Last one.
Let's go.
If someone gave you an envelope with your death date inside of it, would you open it or not, and why?
Oh, that is a difficult one, isn't it? I'd be torn for a long time, but I probably would open it eventually. I think knowing when you can prepare things and how much money can I spend. Shall I blow it all now, or shall I start saving? But yeah, I think eventually curiosity will probably get the better of me, and then I would, and then I think that might even change your life a little bit, mightn't it? You'd be thinking, right, I haven't got long, I've got to make the most of this. So yeah, what would you do? What would you do?
I was about to say I would be very tempted, but I don't think I'll be able to open. Oh my God, I think I would keep that this date in my mind. Like, I would be thinking too much, but I'll be very tempted for sure, because as you said, you know what I mean, you could make the most of it, you could change your life. It's a trick question, because it can go different ways, you know what I mean? You can do the most of it depending the date. However, the other side, it could make you a little bit, oh my God, am I going the right direction? You know what I mean? I don't know. It would be a bit tricky.
But then if it said you're going to live for another 50 years, you'd be like Superman. You're indestructible for 50 years. Start skydiving and stuff.
That's true. No, I'll do everything like very risky, because I knew that's not gonna happen. So Right. And dying for you, something that scares you, or for you it's just a matter of life?
Something that scares me, probably losing my children. I think as paramedics we see the worst side of things, and I think seeing or thinking that could happen to your children, I think that hits home, and I think that hits home for a lot of paramedics. So yeah, that's probably one of the biggest fears.
I see. Okay. It's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Cool. Let's start with family.
Family, love.
Money.
Pork.
Pork.
I need more. I need more of it.
I see. Fear.
Fear. I sort of think of things like attack, like to go towards it.
Okay. Life.
Happiness.
Okay. Love.
Special people.
Religion.
None.
Okay. Sex.
I was gonna say yes, please, but that's too.
Okay.
Sex, with one special person.
I see. Politics.
Pointless.
Friendship.
Small.
Desire.
Sorry, what was that?
Desire.
Desire. Needs.
Okay. Regret.
None.
Success.
The pursuit of that.
Okay. Wish.
Wish. Wish. That's a difficult one, isn't it? Wish. I don't really believe in like hard work. I guess hard work.
I can hear a bark. It's a dog. I have a dog. I can see
Yeah. Do you want me to show you him in a minute?
Yes, please. Show me now. Okay.
Come.
Oh my God. Who's that?
This is Jack. You can say
Hello,
hello.
Jack.
Good boy.
Jack.
You say hello.
Keep him, please. Keep him. Oh my God, he's so sweet. How old is Jack?
We think he's 3, but he was a rescue dog.
Oh my God, so sweet. I love when animals come on the interviews. I love it. I think he was barking because he wants to be on the show. That's why he was barking.
He loves to be around me all the time, and I'd put him out there, so he's like
Beautiful.
rumbling out there.
Look at this. Look at this. Beautiful. Keep him. One word for happiness.
Happiness, probably family.
Okay. One word for Eastbourne.
Eastbourne, home.
Okay. One word for England.
England. I'd say strong.
Beautiful. And the last one now, paramedic. One word.
Paramedic. That is a difficult one. Paramedic. Paramedic. I'm just going to say job, because to me, I think of it as a job. Like a lot of people think but I just think anyone can do it. People sort of build us up as something that, we're superhuman, or, oh, they can do that. I wish I could do that. Anyone could do it if they really wanted to, it's, it's a job. Yeah.
It's a job when you're helping people very deeply, for sure.
Yeah. But then you've got carers, you've got teachers, you've got all these different people doing amazing things. It's not just paramedics, we might do it in an emergency situation, but people are doing it, you might be a care foster, things like that. They're probably making a bigger impact on people's lives as well,
Amazing. Okay, let's pretend now I'm going to meet your best friend for a coffee, and I'm going to ask your best friend. Define Neil in one positive word and one negative word only. What your best friend would say?
She's probably going to say I'm crazy. And
as a positive?
Yeah, probably as both. Probably as positive and negative. Yeah.
If I would ask the same question to your parents, it would be the same answer?
No, they're probably in one word. Was this
positive and negative? Yeah.
They probably say I'm loving, and probably troubled or troublesome. Like I can be a bit mischievous,
I see. What's your star sign astrology, Neil?
Aquarius.
Aquarius. Okay. Let's play now, Neil, in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. But before that, let's play this one more time. Let's do it. Before asking the question, I can see this tattoo in your arm. Tell me, which one is the very first one you ever had and the latest one?
So I've got the top done, which is a big lion with a dove flying away.
Yeah.
Sort of to represent my personality a little bit. I'm a bit like a sleeping lion. If
Okay.
you push me and push me and push me and push my buttons enough, eventually that peace dove's going to fly away, and then you're going to get an upset lion. That's kind of how I see myself. My last one is don't know if you can see it there. It's one of the Knights Templar, which
Okay.
were the first ever ambulance service, which not many people know about. And they were set up as part of an ambulance service, and they were given to Sir John, who later on became Saint John, which is where the
Okay.
Red Cross comes from.
Oh,
So
wow.
that was your first ambulance, and the reason why Friday the 13th is unlucky is because that is the date when they were all burnt at the stake.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
There you go. Yeah.
Wow. Great. And which one is the most meaningful one?
I mean, I've got a God there for my dad. I've got an angel there for my mum, so they're quite important. I've got a rose for each child down my arm, and I've got a gorilla with a baby gorilla, because one of my smallest ones, one of the twins, he is autistic, but to get him out of whenever he was having a tough time, we would act a bit like gorillas. So we both sort of, that sort of means quite a lot.
Oh, sweet. Very sweet. Okay, Neil, you can ask me a question now.
What made you start doing wanting to interview people?
You know what, Neil? Do you remember 2020 when the world went upside down? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Crazy time.
before that, I was already thinking about creating a YouTube channel where I could connect with people, I could express myself, but I didn't know what I could do because, as you know, out there, social media, video, there's so many people doing beautiful things, great things, and I was like, I just want to do something that I could express myself, I could be myself. And 2020, of course, we could leave the house once a day for exercise, remember? So I was going for a run in the park in the afternoon every day. And one of those runs, this idea came along. And I was like, oh my God, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a YouTube channel where I could, I'm going to research some questions, I'm going to create some questions, and I'm going to invite random people around the globe. And exactly how that started, I was like, okay, let me do that. But fun enough, as a teenager, growing up, I'm from Brazil. Back in Brazil, I was already doing that. I'm not like in a camera. I was literally at school. I was like, who is your favorite teacher? Tell me, what's the best holidays you ever had? So I was already doing that when I look back. And as an adult as well, when I talk to my close friends, they go like, William, I remember traveling with you. There's always a moment you're like, who's your favorite teacher? I was already doing that. So somehow, sometimes we need to, sometimes we want to do something in our lives, but sometimes hidden here, and just need to ask yourself, what do you want to do? And it was here, and I was already thinking, my God, what can I do as a YouTube channel? But I didn't know what I could do, and it was already here. You know what I mean? It was already myself. So that's how it started in a run.
Would you like to do this full time as well?
That's my goal. That's my goal that I like to do. I have other projects that I want to do. I want to go around the world and meet. I have over 1,300 interviews already on the show. Can you imagine? People from every continent in the world. So imagine, I have a project where I want to meet those people in person. And because people, they share so many things about their lives here. And I'd like to do like one-to-one to talk more about some topics that were shared here. Get ready, okay? You're gonna be there as well.
Give me a shout whenever.
So I have different projects that I want to do. So I'm working hard to get the show, to my channel to be monetized, and to get in a direction in a bigger proportion. So I'm working every day, doing interviews every day, and but I don't see as a job, and I see as the best part of. When I'm doing the interview, you get the best of me because I feel so happy. I feel the greatest when I'm here sitting with people. You have no idea how much I enjoy doing that. So
you make people feel relaxed as well. So that's a good talent.
I think I meant to be doing this. For some reason, I think the magic box, it was written in my destiny. It's going to come to really one day because I feel the greatest when I'm here. I feel the greatest, and it's amazing. I love being here. So that's my answer for you. It came out of a run in the park. That's how it started.
They say running's good for you. Well, there you go.
Yeah, you see,
Really good
sports
for
is always back in
you. Yeah.
Brazil. I was playing volleyball. When I was 13 years old, I started playing volleyball, and I played like for a long time of my life until I was 18. I was playing professional. I was traveling around a lot, and yeah, sports always bring the best of you, as you know very well. It's great.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the interview?
Yeah, it's been good fun.
Thanks again.
Thanks for inviting me on.
Thanks for being so happy, so kind, and to accept my invitation. And was glad to talk to a paramedic. I've learned a lot today. You know, it's great to talk to people of different areas, and there's always something to learn. There's always something to understand more. So thanks again for sharing your experience and your journey so far. Before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
I think just put yourself into awkward positions, put yourself in, and I think if you don't put yourself into awkward positions or fearful positions, life is going to find a way to put you in them positions. So do it yourself, because it's a lot rougher if life does it for you.
Totally. Life is going to go life is giving opportunity for you to do it. But if you don't, it's going to be hard. It's
coming anyway. It's coming, yeah.
Amazing. Thanks again. Regards to your kids, to your family and friends, and you keep in touch. It was a pleasure.
Have a lovely evening.
Take care. Let me say goodbye to Jack. Let me say goodbye to your dog.
Jack. Wait. Jack, come. What's this? Come here.
He's there.
Jack, come on. Oh, okay. Let me take you to him. He's not moving.
Hello. Oh, he's so cozy.
You can say bye.
Bye-bye. Take care, okay? Bye-bye. Take care. Take care. Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.